Let's have a theme, shall we?
Shall they?
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
There we are. That is a theme. All right. Did you find your mojo while that was playing? Kind, gentle
Jeffrey,
Jack is not going to work for this show. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
right
Jeffrey,
now.
you kidder. You're such a kidder.
I don't know what to do with this. This is not part of the show notes.
You have a spry sense of humor, Jeffrey.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, our ratings are going to plummet.
Put a spring in my step.
Oh, no. Well, maybe I can piss you off.
Even if it's not in the air, the spring is in my step. Thanks to my wonderful partnership with you, Jeff.
Well, I'm hoping the news will piss you off. So let's see what I can do here.
They do their best. The news aggregators.
They do indeed. American and European officials may be staying away from the Beijing Winter Olympics because of human rights concerns, and they don't have vanilla Coke. I don't know. But Russian President Vladimir Putin will be on hand, even as tensions soar. Uninvited, probably. Like, I'm coming down. They're like, no.
You can count on Vlad.
Absolutely. Putin's talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday will mark their first in-person meeting since 2019 and are intended to help strengthen Moscow's ties with China and coordinate their policies in the face of Western pressure. After
He just runs circles around Scarecrow. I mean, he just does. I mean, here he is. He knows how to take over and twist the moment.
He does. He does twist.
He does.
He's a twister.
He is a twister. Here he is. The rest of the world is boycotting or staying out, and he's like, no competition. Here I come.
Yep, that's exactly what. Yeah.
I want gold medal.
I like Scarecrow's chair, so I will sit in Scarecrow's chair. Right. It's very cool. Very cool.
In the meantime, Scarecrow's saying, what am I going to warn him about next? What am I going to warn him about?
He'll come up with something. The Russian president criticized attempts by some countries to politicize sports to the benefit of their ambitions. An apparent reference to a diplomatic boycott of the Olympics by the U.S. and some of its allies. So that's going well. The Olympics are up to
That's the best thing that could happen to you. If you were hosting the Olympic Games and other countries' diplomats who are stuffed shirt dingbats anyway, they're not coming. Oh, you mean, but the athletes are. Yes, but the stuffed shirts aren't coming. Oh, darn.
Oh, well.
More champagne, please.
Yes, I'll have what they didn't have.
Right.
Oh, man. So that's fun. Speaking of winter, a major winter storm with millions of Americans in its path spread freezing rain, and heavy snow further across the country on Thursday. That's today. Wow.
I saw the most dire warnings for someone posted an Austin, Texas weather forecast.
An inch?
Well, it's freezing rain. And they said, stay with your loved ones. Say what you have to say. I mean, it was incredible. Yes.
Get your affairs in order.
Get your affairs in order.
Wow.
And for those of us who wish we had more affairs to get in order.
Yeah, indeed.
But it was like that. It was unbelievable.
It is. And we are spared up here. We get to watch, which is rare,
Is Illinois getting pelted?
Yes, they are. It could happen to a nicer bunch of people.
Right.
A long stretch of states from New Mexico to Maine, minus Wisconsin, remained under winter storm warnings and watches, and the path of the storm stretched further from the central U.S. into more of the south and northeast. Heavy snow was expected from the southern Rockies to the northern New England states, while forecasters said heavy ice buildup was likely from Texas to Pennsylvania. So if you're Phil the weatherman covering Punxsutawney Phil, you might have a repeat of the other day. That's all right. Groundhog Day. So that's interesting. But you're spared.
We're spared.
Put your shovels away. We got a little more here. Parts of Ohio, New York, and northern New England were expected to see heavy snowfall as the storm moves to the east with 12 to 18 inches of snow possible in some places through Friday. So, yes. Also part of the forecast on the East Coast here, a wandering chicken was caught sneaking around a security area at the Pentagon. He broke into the Pentagon.
How do you know a chicken is sneaking? What does it?
He had that look. Actually, it's a hen, I believe.
I see a smile in your beak. What's going on?
The Animal Welfare League of Arlington, Virginia, wrote on social media. Apparently, the answer to why the chicken crossed the road is to get to the Pentagon, the group posted. The chicken was taken into custody by one of the league's employees, Chelsea Jones. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get your wings behind your head. So Chelsea Jones, a spokesperson for the organization, said in an email that she couldn't reveal the precise location where the bird was spotted for fear of her life.
What?
Hers and the chickens. We are not allowed to disclose exactly where she was found, Jones said. We can only say it was at a security checkpoint. It is also unclear where the chicken came from or how she got to the Pentagon, but she did have a Russian accent. Kluk. So the hen, which has brown feathers and a red comb and wattles, is a Rhode Island red, or perhaps a Rusky red.
It all comes back to that, Vlad.
I tell you.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm interrupting. Excuse me, but I need to interrupt.
Chicken.
This is from Austin Kleon, who's an author. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He tweeted this yesterday from KXAN, the station in Austin weather. A crippling historic ice storm takes shape tonight. Icing begins in the Northwest Hill Country shortly, the Austin area around 2 a.m. and eastern counties before dawn. Make sure you are where you want to be and with whom you'd like to be with before then. Maybe stuck there until Saturday.
Who you'd like to be with. I'm over here with cousin Billy, and he's got a flatulence problem.
What if the person you would like to be with does not have reciprocal feelings?
Right. Make sure you check. It's like Fiddler on the Roof. Do you love me? Let's finish up with the hen here, shall we?
Oh, God.
Jones described the bird as sweet and nervous.
Sweet. Boy, this chicken is getting a lot of
Well, you betcha.
internet time here, Sonny.
She said she has allowed some people to pet her. She's now known as Henny Penny, one of the names given to the chicken that thinks the sky is falling in a folktale. So let's do the math here. A chicken wanders into the Pentagon, a Rhode Island red, and they name her after someone who says the sky is falling. How do you feel about all this?
Where's your bomb shelter?
Absolutely.
Do you know anybody who actually had one of those, a bomb shelter?
I didn't know any bomb shelters in Trivers that I was aware of. And that's funny because we were, they used to always claim we were a primary target because Manitowoc was a big shipbuilding area at the time. So, yeah, we were
the shipbuilding. And what's the nuclear thing up there?
Point Beach. Yeah.
Point Beach. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to do much with that. You can send a real weak missile over. the power plant will do the rest.
What a lovely way to name a nuclear power plant. It's a beach. It's Point Beach.
Well, it's actually in Point Beach in the general area there. But I believe it's been decommissioned, although that's like a 50-year job. So I'm sure they're only on like year 3 or something, you know. One particle at a time. We have to take that somewhere. Got some room in your basement?
Go up there for the 3-headed fish.
There you go.
Like on The Simpsons.
Alewife. You know, we got days in Trivers you get those hot, a lot of humidity in like mid-July. Usually,
get over to the lake, jump in.
Yeah, for some reason. But what happens is that millions of alewife beach themselves. and when you drive by, there are literally waves of stink. You can see the stink it's not a yearly phenomenon, but every now and then, like there's always that summer, you're like, the alewife are upset. They're killing themselves. So
Wait, you used to work for the Trivers Chamber of Commerce. You really know how to make it sound
come
glamorous.
see our alewife.
It's like my friend Krusty Carl. He lives in Port Washington.
Oh, sure.
Someone was talking about that new condo high rise that's going up there. And he's like, sure, it's ruining the view, but what a bunch of stupid suckers who bought a place you only can be outside on the lake like 3 months out of the year, and it stinks for those three months anyway.
Little fishy.
What the hell are they thinking?
What else is out there? The wastewater treatment plant is like very close, and depending on what time of the day you're at, the wind carries some fascinating new odors.
I like Port Washington.
It's a cool town. No,
it is. It's almost like a mini San Francisco without as many homeless people because it's so freaking cold, but
pretty hilly too.
Pretty hilly, yes. And they have one of the best breakfast places in the world. Do you know that?
Harry's Diner. It's gone.
I don't care. Tellos.
Oh, I meant to tell us. Harry's had something on the menu called Jewish coffee cake. It actually called it Jewish. Yes, it did.
Was Harry Jewish?
No. no, but we were the only Jews in a 50-mile radius, I'm sure. But oddly enough, we were tasting. We were like, that's really Jewish.
What's in Jewish coffee cake?
Despair.
Please tell me it's not one of those lame ones that has like the red and green fake cherries on it.
No. It's delicious. It has like a cinnamon crumble on top, very buttery kind of. It's wonderful. Oh my god!
Anything's better with buttery and cinnamon crumble.
Yep,
anything.
Absolutely. Hey, you're gonna love this. We're gonna do this. Miller Time isn't just going to be a thing of the physical world for much longer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ahead of the Super Bowl, Miller Lite is debuting the Meta Light Bar in the Metaverse, according to a Wednesday news release. What is the Metaverse? Well, a January USA Today story described it as a combination of several technology elements, including virtual reality, augmented reality, and video, where users live within a digital universe, because our current one is kind of stinky.
Well, if all the people who make the current one stinky go to the Metaverse,
right?
Happen. It's going to be the Stinkiverse.
The bar, which was created by DDB Chicago and DDB San Francisco.
DDB was a famous Doyle Dane Bernbach.
Okay, very good.
The Jewish ad agency in New York that did so many great things, like the Think Small campaign for VW back in the 60s. That's legendary. Anyway, they've been bought and sold so many times, nobody even knows what the DDB is.
Right.
But there you go. Little knowledge I'm laying on you.
I love it. That's what you're here for. They'll be located in the virtual world platform Decentraland. I don't think that's part of the Disney tour. We have Frontierland and Decentraland.
Miller Lite is perfect. Is the perfect beer for the Metaverse, because
it's not really beer.
Yeah, it's like virtual beer. It's like virtually no taste. So it really lines up really well. I applaud that. Well done.
It's going to look like a classic tavern and offer an immersive communal experience, the news release said. There will be virtual pilsners and interactive features, including darts, billiards, a stage with digital instruments, a photo booth, and a jukebox. No pole, Jack.
What?
No pole.
I know.
Dancing pole. No, sorry.
I was talking about Polish Jews.
No. Just like an actual bar, patrons have to be at least 21 years old. I'm like, why? There's no beer.
That's ridiculous.
Beer. I know.
That place
I'm going to let my kids in.
That place is virtually going to be out of business.
I'm going to let my kids in. I'll show them.
Here you go, kids.
The Meta Light Bar, which the news release called the first ever brand-hosted bar in the Metaverse, will open at 7 a.m. Monday. So we're going to stop by next week is what we're going to do. That's Milwaukee time, but we suppose it'll be 5 o'clock somewhere. The bar is also going to be the only place to catch the brand's big game ad, which will premiere in full length on the Super Bowl Sunday, according to the news release. Giveaways of both real and digital varieties. I prefer real myself if we're talking about giveaways. Will be going on in the coming days. For more information or to access the bar when it opens, visit MillerLite.com/MetaLightBar. So we're going to go drink up virtually on Monday. Maybe we'll do the whole show from the from the bar. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So
somebody couldn't leave the pun alone. Miller Lite, Meta Lite. I mean, they just couldn't. And I got it. Instead, we're going all in on this. We're not only going to make a bar, we're going to make a virtual bar. We're going to make it. Oh, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be how about virtual darts? How about who calls it billiards anyway? That's kind of your kind of lingo.
It is. I know. They seem confused.
Wow. So you were gonna go to this.
We are going to go to it.
You and Doc can go. Let Bud Lincoln go. There's the person who should go.
That's the bar. That's the virtual bar next door. That's
Let
virtually
Bud Lincoln loose on the Meta Light bar.
Bud Lincoln's bar next door is virtually boarded up.
I can already see Bud Lincoln. I know exactly what he looks like. He looks like Otto Man from The Simpsons, but with blonde hair. So there he goes.
No, that was last year. He totally looks different now.
Yeah,
he had to change. Yeah,
I wonder if he has he must have in his collection a Miller Lite hat. He has to.
I'm sure. My God, I mean,
Although I've not seen products, he doesn't sport. I bet you it costs a lot to get Bud Lincoln to wear your brand's cap because all he wears is Brewers and Packers is all I've seen.
We'll have to work on that. Absolutely.
We could rent him out.
he's so rent-outable.
Anybody who wants to be associated with Bud Lincoln.
You know where to go. 555-1212. Absolutely. Oh, my. So what else is going on? That's the news. We're hoping Dr. Kelly stops by. She did respond to my Outlook invites, so we can maybe expect her. Unless she hits the snooze bar. Then
instead of like checking like the day before whether she's responded or not, did you give her the heads up about the 5 most despicable foods?
That I did not. No.
Time. Look, Patty was so prepared because she was prepared.
Well, that's true.
We've got to get if she comes on, Dr. Kelly, and you're going to put her on the spot. She's going to say, now I have to think like Dr. Ben.
Oh, they might roll right off her tongue. She'll
That's
just
true.
be like,
she's not used to this.
She's a doctor.
She's not used to despicable food. She's got Ted, the miracle man, baking up good crap all day long.
Yeah, well, when he's on, if he's on a business trip or something, it's Franks and beans over there, I'm sure. Franks and beans.
Well, a little Shirley to you. You didn't even do your little Shirley salute this morning.
I did not. I'm a little off. I'm ingesting antibiotics, and I'm a little sluggish.
Right?
Yeah. Oh no, all is good.
A little sluggish.
I will be in 7 to 10 days, apparently, according to this bottle I have here.
We didn't notice any difference. You aren't any more sluggish than usual.
Oh, good. That's good.
Tonight,
you make it. Yes.
Tonight is the night, 5 to 7 p.m. Winter items needed. This has changed slightly. Men's jackets, men's jeans, waist sizes 30 to 38, please. New long underwear, XL and XXL sweatshirts, boots, bedding, and this is also new. Bus passes and gift cards. So if you don't have any of those items, don't feel like you can't give. If you can get bus passes or gift cards and drop them off, that would also be wonderful for
Absolutely.
people who need them. So tonight, 5 to 7 is the sorting. And the taking I did last week. They come right up to your car. You don't even have to get out of your car unless you have so much stuff that you have to unload it. But wonderful. Just Sherry Hesse was there. She's a wonderful, wonderful spirit of the world. She helped me last week, and she's been with Mr. Bob, I think, since the beginning. So she's done a hell of a job as well. So that's Mr. Bob's. Please, 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 please donate. Time, money, gift cards. The Java House, I was concerned about Lisa because I hadn't heard Lisa babbling on about anything. And then I ran into her yesterday, and I was in there.
How's she been?
I got stuff. Just ask her. You ask her.
Okay.
She'll tell you.
Yes.
In great detail. Then I'll come by in 2 hours and say, Jeff, we got a show. Let's go. She is offering new things. You got new herbal teas from Weeds. Weeds is another fine layer of stuff on Washington Avenue in Cedarburg.
Absolutely.
The teas. You can buy it by the cup or the bag. There is peace tea.
Let's see if I can find a picture here.
Goodbye Anxiety Tea. And this one, for a lot of people, sounds like you could use this perhaps. The Cold and Flu Brew.
Okay. Okay.
So they have all these just the names of those teas make you feel better. A lot of, so much is your mindset. If you think this ain't gonna work, but if you're sipping Goodbye Anxiety, you're in the right mood, man. So it's open every day till 6. So stock up on your teas.
I need a tea that is a probiotic tea because to offset these antibiotics I'm taking, because the size of this pill, it's like my kids saw me pop it this morning. Like, how do you get that down? It's like, boom. Yeah, it was impressive. But I think there must be some probiotic tea out there I can get my hands on. I got to do something here because
eat some good Greek yogurt for.
I was gonna say a bit of yogurt, a little kefir or something like that. Yeah.
Kefir. You're a trafer. You're going to be a trafer and a kefir?
No, sure. There are a lot of living cultures in kefir.
For Mel's, the second annual Shamrock Shenanigans, I got some clarification from Mel's on exactly what this is, and it is a pub crawl up and down Washington Avenue in Hooterburg. So
bloody knees for all.
Yeah, Saturday, March 12th. So you can go out and get your Irish on March 12th, all up and down the street. Make sure you get a ride home. And then if it's the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, you'll have time to recover and you can get ready to go back out on St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. Cool. Now, Snarlin' Arlen, his friend Colin McCarthy, whose family has owned some Irish pubs around the area.
Yeah, Colin McCarthy. Are they Irish? Maybe.
He would abstain from alcohol from January 1st until March 17th. And then
it's
on
like
March
Lent.
7th,
it's like
that ain't Lent. March 17th, he would let her fly. So
right on.
A lot of people. March 12th, though, you can get your Mel's
ramp
on.
up a little bit. Yeah. Call it a training mission.
Yeah. They should change. Get plastered for a cause.
This is my training booze. It's like putting the iron donut on the bat.
And I have an update. We are, the flip side is on the 25th is going to be, it's being reworked due to nothing other than internet.
They watched the show, didn't they?
Yeah. Damn it. Internet issues.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yep. Mel's going to be back with a plan B, either there or somewhere else. But as for right now, the 25th, we still got to do something for.
Yeah. There's a place. It's funny you mentioned that. I was just spinning through my social medias this morning as we were preparing to do the show. Of course, I found this guy right away, which is kind of great. So, did you know that Daffy Duck smoked?
I love it.
Big old Paul Mall sticking out of that bill.
Look at Bugs with a carrot.
This is a great shot. This is one of my favorite ones where, hey, Muggsy. And they keep telling him to shut up. He's like, oh, I'll shut up. I'll show you. Hey, shut up, shutting up.
Look at how he's balancing that cigarette. That's beautiful.
That is great. Yeah, that's Daffy over there. So
Daffy, not only does Daffy have the cig going with the perfect amount of ash, she also has the wad bundled with a rubber band, for God's sake.
Right.
Hilarious.
So we should check on these guys. Jim's Grill in Cedarburg. Their post this morning was, "What's your favorite breakfast?" Well, let's take a tour, shall we? There's Irish Eggs Benny. That's pretty good, actually. Although I'm not a big Eggs Benedict guy, but if you are into that,
I can't do the hollandaise.
Yeah, me either.
Too rich for me.
We got some breakfast scrambler over there.
That looks outstanding.
That looks mighty fine. Got some steak and eggs there, which I can't just steak that early in the morning. But cool for those of you who can. There's a delicious looking cheese omelet. I have had that cheese omelet actually back when they were known as, they weren't Jim's Grill back then. What were they way back? What was that place called, man?
Riches for
Riches. Thank you. Yep.
Did you know? Here's a little Cedarburg food trivia for you.
Here we go.
Rich of Rich's Restaurant was actually Eric Fix's father. And now Eric Fix is the young man who founded with his wife and started Out and Out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Eric worked at Rich's when he was a kid. He said he was so young when they were working. His dad would have him working the grill And he had to get one of those he had to get a milk crate to stand up on.
Oh no!
Yes,
Just hold the spatula like this.
You imagine?
Wow.
So anyone know if you ate at Rich's back in the day,
Who's prepared by an 8-year-old?
yes, exactly right.
That's why the omelets are so shaped so weird. They make these long omelets. They're really good though. They're very, very tasty. They do a fine job. And there's another back to again. So for those of you, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. That's a smiley plate there. Look at that. 2 eyes and sausage lips.
Now, did we talk about the sausage at Chuck's?
We did. We absolutely did.
They are.
I'll tell you, it's a personal thing, but that's all right.
The Jim's Grill looks like they have the basics down well. They know their
stuff.
They know their sweet spot. They're not gonna,
but they don't know us yet. They got to get to know us.
Well, yeah, it's got to, and that's. I hope the 25th still works out because it is Rossman's birthday that day. So
right on. So Dr. Kelly was here, and then she's gone. I lost her.
What?
I saw her coming into the room.
Go to Jim's Grill.
You probably thought we were over at Jim's Grill. Yeah, Dr. Kelly, if you're out there, come back. I saw you. We were just trying to showcase. But I bet you Jim's Grill, I bet they got internet. It's a wonderful thing you can do nowadays, I hear. Well, Dr. Kelly, please return to us if you can.
As we wait for the good doctor,
yes.
The Saukville Food Pantry. We haven't talked about the Saukville Food Pantry.
Not nearly enough, no.
I guess they run a very excellent operation over there. They're going to resume their community meals from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday at Parkside Community United Church of Christ, 66 West Decorah Street in Saukville. But I'm sure if you go on the Saukville Food Pantry's website, you'll be able to do it. But they didn't have it for a while, and now they're going to have their friends from a generous Cedarburg neighborhood will provide a pasta dinner. So 2-go meals are available. Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
Any available can request by stopping in or calling 262-689-8591. So
Dr. Kelly is here. We got her. And not only that, my favorite piece of art behind her there. Can we have her on?
Sure. You want me to walk on?
Hey! No longer a family show. Well, how you been, Dr. Kelly?
I've been doing all right. How have you been?
I'm on antibiotics.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
that's too bad. What's invading you?
Oh, I got something called an abscess.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it hurts.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Tooth root abscess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Anything you can do for me? I bet you.
When my patients have that, the tooth has to come out.
That will be the next part of the puzzle, I'm sure. But first, we have to make sure it's not infected before we go in there with scopes, tools, buzzsaws, planes.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever else they're going to use.
I did have that once myself, and it was, a root canal. So
Yeah. Yep, that's I'm going to the Grafton Institute of endodontiry or something. So yes, they're waiting for me. So much fun. Anyway, you know what? That leads us to a really interesting topic. Let's talk about pets and pet dental health, shall we?
okay.
You first, Jack. No.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Yeah. How many times do you brush Blackie's teeth?
I don't brush Blackie's teeth, but he gets a thing called a checkup. Have you ever heard of those, Dr. Kelly? The checkup is this. It looks like a white. It's artificial, of course. It looks like white plastic, but he loves them. Dogs love them.
Really?
Yeah. And you break it in half whenever, because Blackie doesn't like it whenever you leave. He always thinks you're running off to the Java house to see Keith, the dog father, without him. So he gets a little wound up when we leave. But he knows when we pull out the checkups that we're going to leave and we're going to be back. That settles him down immediately. Okay. And then he crunches down this checkup. So a friend of mine turned us on to him, and he's done a wonderful job. And our vet says his teeth are in really good shape. So far, so good on the checkups.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, chewing in general actually helps keep dogs' teeth clean. But some things are obviously more effective than others, and
Well, they're expert chewers.
yeah, they are. They are,
do it
which
well.
is why they're kind of hard on their teeth. So, one of the most common things that they'll do over time is crack or fracture their biggest chewing tooth, which is the fourth upper premolar. It's the fourth tooth behind the canine on the top jaw in dogs. And it just has the biggest surface area. So it's the most prone to cracking and breaking. And that's also the one that
sounds like my problem.
Yeah, that's also the one that tends to abscess. When they get a sudden tooth root abscess in that tooth, they'll wake up with a big swelling right under their eye.
Uh-huh.
Because the abscess attempts to drain out the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so dogs are pretty hard on their teeth. And I'd say a lot of medium to large breed dogs, especially, don't quite make it all the way through their lives without losing at least one of those teeth. Yeah.
Maybe if they stop chewing on the sofa, might be a good idea. The leg of the sofa.
Well, it's really more about giving them real bones.
Oh, okay.
Or hooves or antlers or things that are hard enough to crack your teeth on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you bring up a question. It was a source of a lot of debate, I will politely say, throughout my marriage, as to what kind of bones you should be able to give a dog. You know, when we were kids, you give the dog a bone. I had read that pork chop bones are terrible to give because they're so sharp and can cause damage internally to the dog. Is there a safe, are there safe actual bones to give a dog?
Well, the vast majority of actual bones will have no problem dissolving in the stomach once they get there. It's just, if one manages to make its way out of the stomach before totally dissolving, then it could cause a problem, especially if it's something like a pork chop bone or a T-bone.
I hear chicken bones are really bad. They actually splinter and could cause all kinds of issues, apparently.
They do, but again, the vast majority are going to have no problem completely dissolving in the stomach.
Okay.
So most of the time you'll be safe. It's just that, are there really any safe bones to give dogs? Technically no. I mean, they can choke on anything.
Milk bones. And even that's debatable.
Yeah, so they can choke on anything. They can splinter bones, especially cooked ones, so that they're sharp and they can injure themselves while they're swallowing them. And then bones that are large, like knuckle bones that they love to chew on for a long, long time. Yeah, those are the tooth crackers. So
right. They have some weird stuff you can give dogs now too, like a pig's ear. Just they have a hardened, dried pig's ear. I, of course, as a Jewish household, did not pick that up, but
those are fairly popular. I think probably what's the most popular byproduct like that would be it's called a bully stick.
Yeah, I just know you were going there. I've heard about those. Yeah,
those are super popular. And you can also get the windpipes.
Good.
I forget what they call them. There's a funny name for them. I forget what they call them.
Instead of Laffy Taffy, it's Laffy Larynx.
It's really actually all very expensively priced byproducts.
Right. It's the stuff that we would have thrown away.
But honestly, there's nothing really wrong with giving your dog that because, a wild canine such as a coyote or a wolf, they're going to eat every part that they can.
Oh, you betcha. It's all good.
So it's not like they wouldn't eat that stuff naturally.
Larynx. Gross. Those bully sticks. My ex, knowing how gullible I was early on, and probably still am to this day, she tried to convince me it's the bull's tail. She tried to convince me it was something else. I said it is not, and then I went right to Google. Yeah, so.
She knew you were gullible because she tricked you, is what you're saying.
By and large.
Into the whole matrimonial vow thing.
Oh, there's that too, of course.
I think she may be the gullible one on that one.
I do.
Really? No, there shouldn't be. You shouldn't say like there's a question mark after it. Do I?
I might.
I'll get back to you on that.
Send me an Outlook calendar invite on that one.
What do you think about our lads' calendar invites and everything, Dr. Kelly? Are they annoying you as much as they annoy me?
I've only seen 2, so they're okay.
That's only been on about it for 2 weeks. So yes, that makes sense. Leave it to Microsoft. That's what I'm doing. I trust them far more than I trust me to get all this stuff right.
Yeah, it's there.
So yeah, when it comes to cats and dental health, is there anything? What can we do about that? What can
we do about that?
Yeah, I'm making it sound like it's a great national concern. President Biden today issues edict on cat dental health.
He's going to give a warning.
He's going to warn those teeth. Stay right where you are.
I think probably the biggest problem I see in cats is what's called tooth resorption, which is really very, very, very similar to cavities.
Okay.
But cavities, like the kind that we can get, are generally caused by acid and bacteria eating away at enamel.
Coffee. Yeah.
Yes. And cats, that's not the case. They get tooth resorption, and we don't exactly know why. It might have to do something with the levels of vitamin D in our food, meaning they're too high. And the cat's own body starts to reabsorb enamel on a tooth. Okay. And over time, there's a nice big visible hole in the tooth that's quite sensitive to touch.
Ow.
The cats eat the same and act the same, and they don't show you that they have a tooth.
Oh, they never will. They'll never show you what they're thinking.
Yeah, they don't.
No, you don't.
No. But the nice thing
your beeswax.
The nice thing about them is that when we discover one and we take care of the problem by removing the tooth, then people can see a difference. Then the cat's a lot more social, more happy, more, they can see when the cat feels better, but they couldn't see when the cat didn't feel good.
You like me. You actually like me. Dr. Kelly, do you have an aviary in your house? I'm just curious. I'm hearing a bit of chirping.
Just one English budgie.
Oh, very nice. Just one. I thought they're very social. Does she or he crave a mate?
Probably, but he died.
Oh, sorry. Didn't want to peeling the scab off over here. Sorry.
He didn't exactly like him, but I bet he did prefer that he was still here.
So that's why he's so happy this morning.
It's just the background noise from the computer. She loves it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Checking her email.
She's actually answering you.
That is awesome. Good morning. What's her name?
Snowy.
Oh, hey, Snowy. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't know you had Snowy.
Snowy's tweeting.
Yes. How long have you had Snowy?
Oh, gosh. She must be about 7 by now. So she's old.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the average?
Budgie.
Yes. Wrinkles, gray feathers. How long do you get out of those guys?
No, probably like up to 9 at the most.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing? She wound up at the right house. I'm a vet's bird. I'm going to last forever.
Well, that wasn't true for her friend.
I'm suspecting foul play.
No.
Thank you. Don't forget to tip your waiter. So, well, and do you see in your practice a fair amount of birds, or?
No, not really. We see occasional birds, mostly for help with nail trims and wing trims.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Wing trims. Wow.
Yeah. I know.
Really?
There's a lot of there's like, it's kind of like the whole declaw thing. There's two camps. Either you trim your bird's wings or you don't.
Everything's
trim your
political.
bird's wings.
Jeez.
Yeah, we all get along.
Does Snowy have free run of the house sometimes? Do you just crank open the gate and let her?
She is allowed free in one room where we have some like sticks from outside that are attached to the wall that she'll, sit on and fly around. But
cool.
she's never been a very good flyer, so she's not allowed in the whole house. Plus there's two cats. So.
Yeah. Open the gate.
Let's see Snowy fly.
Yeah.
Trim her wings.
She flies like an overweighted airplane. So
those beluga planes. It's like the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp. Some for you and some for me. Oh my! So that's two cats, one budgie, and you still have, I believe, you have your the little wiggly guys, the ferrets. Yeah. Two, right?
Yeah, the two. They're also actually quite elderly at this point. But
You're really running quite the senior center over there, aren't you?
Yeah, I only have one cat who's young, and everyone else is old.
It's just geezers. Dinner at 5, shuffleboard at 6.
Shufflebird. The birds are waiting. The birds are waiting for Snowy to get out and fly.
So, how's your week been up at Easttown? Everything going well?
Oh yeah, everything's going pretty well. I'd say probably one pseudo victory this week was we figured out why one of my patients when she was in late December just for a senior exam, we did some blood work.
You're an old pro at clearly.
And, it revealed that she had rather high calcium, which she also had symptoms for. She was excessively thirsty and not eating very well. And so we've been trying to figure out why. And we yesterday did find that she does have a particular kind of tumor that produces that effect. So
oh no.
I know. So we're going to hopefully get to remove it next week.
Okay.
And the bummer is, though, that by the time these kinds of tumors are discovered, they've already spread. So,
oh dear.
Yeah, but we can make her feel better.
Yeah. Prolong things a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
Get their affairs in order, as they say. Get time to do that.
Like they're doing in Austin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, go ahead, Jack.
No, I was.
So hopefully this week I won't screw up again. We'll have you in. Last week I had to run to Walgreens fast. My long story. Yeah, I was like, when you were coming in last week, I had to fly out the door. So
okay, they told me you went to lunch.
Well, I did do lunch, but then it was like I better do lunch now, or they're gonna restock So it's been going on for some time. It's time for this to go.
Wow.
Yeah, well, guys do that. It's kind of like I could have taken care of this a month ago, of course, but what do I want to do that for? After all, this is much more fun.
Right. Yeah. You must wait until it's actually critical.
We never learn.
Well, I have a critical question for you, Dr. Kelly.
Okay.
Do you like carrot cake?
Carrot cake falls in the medium spectrum for me as far as cake.
It's not worth it then. If it's medium, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do cake, you gotta do cake.
So Ted doesn't make carrot cake.
That's his favorite.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're political again.
Yeah, feathers. Clip. No. It's National Carrot Cake Day. You should tell him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Or bring him some, perhaps, from a local eatery.
Yeah, a single serving. So that you don't have
Yeah, so you don't
Oh, I
have
don't
a
have to eat any. Okay.
one of those little squares that they have. I asked Keith, the town crier, because he's my foodie as well. He can make you hungry for anything. Just in 2 minutes, he should be a salesman, of course. But he said I asked him, are there actually carrots in carrot cake? And he said, Keith's response was, yes, a cup or two of grated carrots.
Yes.
And then he said, any health benefits are overcome by the cream cheese frosting. The next slide.
Well, thank God for that.
Totally.
And then he texted one more and said, that's how life works.
The wisdom is like the Mark Twain of the Java House. Spinning tails and doling out.
That's why he's the town crier. There's nobody in
Oh, yeah.
town that hasn't made cry before. Oh, you like carrot cake? Isn't that nice? There's real carrots in there.
Not life on the Mississippi, but life on Cedar Creek. On the riverboat, on the creek boat.
It's so nice, though, that he could explain how life works.
Through carrot cake.
Just ask him.
Everything I learned about life, I learned through carrot cake.
He oozes wisdom along with sarcasm. But
Yes.
if you can survive the sarcasm, you'll live wiser.
But then the question I have is with carrot cake, is it yes or no for pineapple?
You mean like pineapple in the cake?
Yep, pineapple juice.
Well, that might work. I could see that working as long as it's well balanced. If you
Yeah,
get
the best carrot cakes that I've ever had or made included the juice from a can of pineapple.
very interesting. All right. So Keith doesn't know everything about carrot cake, clearly.
I'm gonna see if
To
I
which he
can-
would say, this is just like life. You got to add a little pineapple juice.
It's sweet, but your hands get stucky. I'll say something like that. Pineapple juice.
Huh.
What about? Because as soon as you said pineapple, Dr. Kelly, I was thinking pineapple upside down cake, which
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
had, but I've always been fascinated by.
Mhm.
I had some.
You could eat it. It's not illegal. You could try it. I mean, I know you're fascinated. Clearly not fascinated enough to cut yourself a slice, but that's fine. I mean, no, I will look on from afar. I will observe and report
You
back.
try it. You try it. Yeah. Let's see you eat it.
No. I'm good.
I just texted him, so we'll see what he comes back
See
with.
what he says. Okay.
Well, we should probably get out of Dr. Kelly at least one completely disgusting food for tomorrow's show.
yeah.
You've been dialed in. Okay, good.
Was it something gelatinous?
Sure.
It could be anything.
Whatever is the most.
He is the most mild mannered. He's nicer than I am, which is hard to believe because he's always smiling, always nice. And we were talking. Bulldog and I got into a. We talked about this with you, didn't we, last week? How to eat a muffin? How do you eat a muffin?
Oh, right. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And he was very angry about muffins.
Yes. He went off the beam.
livid.
He didn't out to eat. He is like, if you eat, you shall be smoted.
If you thought those January 6 people were angry, you should have seen this.
Yes. He came out of his chair. He came unglued. He lost his shit. All of the above. So then he was supposed to be on last week, but Bulldog had to take a vacation day because of some staff meeting. But he said, I have my next thing. I'm going to come up with my 5 most, what do you say? Not nauseating, disgusting. Repulsive.
Repulsive.
Yes. It's 5 most repulsive foods. And so I'm thinking,
Meaning they're all delicious, of course.
yes, of course. But the way he came off his chair about muffins, I'm thinking, because muffins kind of masquerade as not as bad as sweet rolls, and
I'm
that
doing
kind of
better.
thing.
I'm not having a donut. I'm having a muffin.
I'm having a
So clearly,
pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. So
I'm on track.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking the camouflage really irritated the shit out of him, but I don't know. So what do you think?
His muffin's sneaky.
What do you think, Dr. Kelly? What do you think his would be on his list? And first of all, what's your most repulsive food for you?
Oysters.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
it's not in a shell.
Yeah. You prefer them just to keep their clothes on.
No, it's snot in a shell.
No, it's not. Oh, is it not in a shell? I was like, oh, it's not. That's true. That is very true.
That's how I think of it.
For some people, that's the draw. They're like, right on. Yeah. I was out the East Coast and they served up, they call them steamers out there. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, this is not in the shell. I had a few. They're fine. I can do them, but yeah.
I prefer them to, I can't do other shellfish. For some reason, that's like the only shellfish I can eat. I can't do shrimp. I can't do lobster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shrimp I have no problem.
I'm not allergic. It just
they're gross.
Well, you got to be careful with those bottom feeders.
Well, yeah, and I think shrimp are kind of like, I think of them as like just insects of the sea. So are lobsters, honestly.
Right.
Lobsters are giant insects.
Giant, horrifying monster insects.
Big locust.
Like Godzilla's enemy.
We'll see. Well, teeth can make any food sound tasteful. You can make you hungry. And Dr. Kelly, she's like the perfect. Talk to her if you want to lose weight, because you bring up something. It's not Michelle. Insect of the sea.
Yeah. Enjoy your snot and bugs.
Yep.
Eat up. Have another snack, fatso.
This is a nice restaurant. I didn't know you brought Dr. Kelly. Have a shrimp cocktail.
Market price snot.
Wow. So is there one food that you think is like particular, whether you like or don't like, that is particularly trashy that you've been known to just be like, I'm going to the Sitco station to get host a snowball or something? So is there one food, like weakness, like trash food that you just can't say no to?
Yeah, cheese popcorn.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah. I bet that would make Dr. Ben shudder. I'll bet, because it's not just the cheese; it kind of has like an oil to it as well.
I know, it really does. Yeah,
it's kind really, of the draw.
It's really coated and rolled in something, and then all the salted cheese powder sticking to it.
Must be why I see the DuPont logo on those bags. No.
We had a cat who would throw out some cheese corn and it would lick off the cheese coating and not eat the rest.
Leave you the wet kernel.
Yeah.
Explodes.
Ooh, that sounds gross.
Better than a damp general, a wet kernel. I don't know.
Gotta salute the wet kernel.
What fun. Well, Dr. Kelly, so nice of you to stop by and give us dental advice. I need all I can get right now. I took a lot of notes.
Yeah, sorry about your upcoming root canal.
Hallmark should make cards for that. Heard you're ailing dentally.
Good news is you can still eat oysters. The bad news is you can still eat oysters. It's not.
It is a reflective time for you. Go inward. Lord knows your dentist will.
Oh, man.
Fun. All right, Dr. Kelly, you can find her at the Easttown Veterinary Clinic when she's not on our show. And you can also find her on CPL Radio when I'm not at lunch. So 2:00 today, we're doing this.
2:00 today, I have an appointment. So.
We're not doing this at 2:00. 1:00 today, we're doing this.
If that works for you, it should work for me.
Yeah, cool. 1:00's
Are you sure? Don't you have something else at 1?
Oh, God, I might.
People that like to argue.
Whatever it is, I'm canceling it. You're primo today.
He can help his calendar that works so well for everyone.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. This is all,
right,
new.
We'll
This is all
try
new to
for
me.
one. We'll
All
see what
right.
happens.
I'm feeling really good about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Take care,
Thanks,
Dr. Kelly.
thanks,
Have a good one. Have a good morning.
Bye.
Have a nice day off. That's our vet, our radio vet, Dr. Kelly. And she will be creating a show later today. So
Tomorrow is the day.
it is big.
It is.
Our ratings are going to be through the roof tomorrow.
It's been 2 weeks. If Linda tries to you'd have her call me if she tries to set a staff meeting.
We only do one meeting a month, so it's fine. We're librarians. We don't need more than one meeting. See those books over there? We want to put them over there. All right, good meeting. All right, adjourned. So yeah, it's all good. No,
We got that, and the managing editor of the news graphic,
Yes.
The World According to Lisa Curtis, will also be appearing tomorrow. So lots of good
I hope
stuff.
she's allowed. From
Doesn't matter.
Corporate overlords.
Too bad. And then don't forget, I firmed up our Tuesday the 15th with
Dr. James.
yeah, he's doctor. He's just Dr. Feelgood, I guess.
Hey, you know what?
Um,
For what he brings, he's more of a doctor than most doctors.
yeah, and in honor of it will be like the day after Valentine's Day, the morning after. It'll literally be the morning after Valentine's Day.
Bring us your brokenhearted, your desolate.
He is not only going to talk about how the most important love you have in your life is love for yourself, but if you tune in, he's going to lead us on a self-guided meditation that very day. He might even require 10 extra minutes. He may be coming in at 8:20.
It's possible.
That day. So we'll find out. He's just
Guided meditation. Why? He's gonna ask us to like ourselves, and I start to squirm. Jewish people don't do that
it's
well.
like, not lick.
We start to squirm.
It's not lick yourself. It's like yourself.
Right. Yes. Okay. Good. All right.
Oh, one last national day. You
Yes.
got to get this in. It's the national day. The music died.
Buddy Holly, Big Bopper, and Richie Valens, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah. That plane went down in Indiana? No.
Iowa.
Iowa. That's right.
It was on. The Buddy Holly's band was on tour and played the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake. They were headed to their next destination in Moorhead, Minnesota. Boy, they knew how to hit the big time. But this
Rock and roll was still, dangerous music. They had to.
they decided to take a charter plane rather than go with their tour bus. Did you know this? Richardson, the Big Bopper, who also passed away in that crash, had swapped places with Waylon Jennings. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yep. I read that. Yep.
Taking the latter's place on the plane, and Tommy Alsop lost his place to Richie Valens in a coin toss.
Ha. Big Bopper. Will I what? Can I what? Oh, baby. I tried that. Didn't work. You know what I like.
The Big Bopper. He got his name by the singer-songwriter known as the Big Bopper. Began his career in radio in 1949.
Yeah.
A popular dance called the Bop inspired Richardson to call himself the Big Bopper for a radio program.
Nice.
So here's the thing. He broke the rule. That's why he died. He broke the rule. You can never. What's the nickname rule, Bulldog?
You cannot nickname your own nickname.
That's right. You can never give yourself your own nickname.
way.
Otherwise, you're going to die in a plane crash. That's what you learned today. So, just remember.
Yeah, Don McLean sang about it. American Pie. If you want a history lesson, just listen to all 7 minutes of that. That's number one hit.
We still got to get through the best food in every state.
All right. We can do that.
Not today.
No. So that was the show. And we will be back tomorrow for the big one, folks. We will have higher ratings than The Love Boat.
Repulsive. His most repulsive foods. 5.
Feel free to send in your most repulsive foods.
Yeah,
Whether you love them or hate them, we need them.
Are you going to post? See, there's a difference between your most repulsive foods and the foods that Dr. Ben would find most repulsive.
It's nuanced.
He must really, really, really have strong feelings about this because he's the one who came up with this.
I'm bringing in at least 2 visual aids tomorrow.
Oh.
And then I'm going to eat them at midday.
I was going to say, you're going to eat them while Dr. Ben talks to gross them out?
No, I wouldn't do that to him. I still want him to keep coming on the show. But
it was funny that week I had the best muffin I ever had, or one of the best ones. And it was it was so good. I was like, what are you going to do?
Hey, You know,
living forever doesn't help if you can't have muffins. You know,
it's just like carrots and pineapple. Just like life.
I haven't heard. Oh, Keith says he came back.
Oh, very good. We kind of have him on the show.
Pineapple juice and carrot cake. He says yes. So please let Dr. Kelly know that.
It's got the town crier seal of approval.
That's right.
All right. We should get him that, a stamper. Stamp your forehead.
He would love that. He would truly enjoy that.
Would love that. Let's get that going. We'll have to use that with some of our ill-gotten booty. That's right. And today's show brought to you by Ill-Gotten Booty. We'll be back tomorrow on these very airwaves, net waves, Facebook waves. Thanks,
tomorrow
everybody.
Will be an Ill-Gotten Booty call. It'll be the Repulsive.
That's right. Until tomorrow, everybody. Take care. You too.
Little Shirley to you.